Well, hello here. Let me show you everybody just a minor flaw in a lot of people's programming when it comes to PHP login authentication scripts. So let me standardly log in. This is literally just an exact one-to-one down clone of my actual website, minus a lot of nonsense I had to take out so that it runs a bit faster and looks a bit nicer. Well, as you see, we're in. You're in. And it says hello and the user you logged in with. So pay attention to that because that will be a thing later. Sorry about how it's cut off, but because of nonsense with how my browser was working, I had to cut a bit off. But now let's log out. Now you can't see it, but the URL is the login page is login, the admin page is admin. But now let's try to go directly to the page that you'd be logging into. You can't really see it very well, but it's now directed me right back to the login page. Now, so you can see it there on the bottom is the current URL. So now redirects you right back. Now when you log in, here we are. As you see, admin blah blah blah. And remember this so that says your username. Now this is the very, very, very simple bypass for it. Once it logs me out. Well, yeah, here's the simple bypass. It's a simple plugin for Firefox called noredirect. Now these are all the default nonsense. But first, copy your URL. Noredirect, add a URL. This is the URL I'm on. Okay, now it's added. Now, if I go to admin, boom, I'm logged in. And as you see, error. That error is because you're actually not logged in. You don't have a real username or anything like that on it. But it's just that simple to bypass it. Now let me show you everybody real fast how to fix this. Here we go. This is the login script. So yeah, to stop from like a bot running it, because a lot of the vulnerability finders are looking for this. They're looking for the headers, so if it's 404, it's going to say, oh, dead website, go on, ignore it. It's a good thing to have at the top of your site as long as you're not scanning it yourself. And basically, if the user's session is correct, then it will redirect you. It's not a proper redirect because it's just a header pull, so it's not the best redirect ever. And this is the basic code for it. But how this should be in actuality is like this, if I can spell. You have that. Let me copy it now, show it again. Then you have to put it, I have it in both locations. And now that will stop not much of anything because this is your login page, but on this page is where it's getting redirected to when you log in is where it needs it. Because basically this just asks your browser, hey, please go to this link. When you add the die-in, it will tell it to kill the connection if you're not logged in. So now if I go back to my browser with that new code in place, and I have the no redirect still set up, so it's still for it, and I go to the page, simply that. it's just going to tell you that die message there. So if you really wished, you can actually have that die message be a link saying, hey, redirect to here. But yeah, it means you're not going to be able to redo it. You're not going to be able to get moved there. All that code right there is literally that. I added to say it's a link. And so now it should say login, sorry, not admin. Oops. Now if I click it, because I do have the no redirect on, it's going to send me here. And ask me to log in, or go to the login page. And here you go. But now if I properly log in, let me disable the no redirect fast. Just remove it, and now let's log in. And as you see, perfectly fine. That code I added did nothing wrong to it. So it's literally just as simple as adding that single, just that right there, adding that in, or just in general you can just put die and it will kill the connection and go and not let, like, basically if you have the header redirect code here, it's going to ask, hey, please redirect, please browser go to this link, which is please go to login.php. And if you just have a redirect or something like that that says no, I don't wish to redirect you, it will then continue executing all the code, versus a die, which basically is end of the file, stop, do nothing. So it's just that simple to add a die command in, and it will stop anybody from going and hacking into your website or something like that if you have a login form that is similar to this. Now that is all.